Look at these two absolute stunners just into stock. We've got a 72 plate Golf 1.5 TSI R line with some absolutely, I mean, these are both absolutely immaculate. I think it's got 16,000 miles on it and it's a brand new car. Look at these R line seats, absolutely stunning. And then we've got a Tiguan, same engine, 1.5 TSI. That's on a 73 plate with 24,000 miles. Again, absolutely immaculate. A brand new car. Stunning motors. But it just struck me as I drove these in and parked them here. It just struck me how crazy is, those of you who followed me for a while, that I'm able to get stock like this in now. And as I look around the whole sort of the unit here and all the cars outside, it just struck me how far we've come with Chop's Garage to date. It really has. Because these two cars here, well, let's just go to one of them. The Tiguan, for example, represents as much money as I had at the beginning for all of my stock. For like all of my cars, that represents probably, I would say, 5 or 6 maybe, sort of Fiat 500s, the things I was buying before, the really old Fiat 500s with the high mileages and the dings and the dents and sometimes even crash damage. That one car in this unit represent the entire funds I had to start Chop's Garage up. And now I'm looking at two of them next to all this other stock. And it's just one of those moments you step back, and you can have challenges in life, can't you? But you've got to step back and be grateful sometimes. And sometimes I don't think there's anything wrong with giving yourself a little pat on the back as well. I think I've turned around about £10,000 into what have we got, probably £250,000 worth of stock with no external funding. And we've just done that by flipping cars. I've had a pretty modest lifestyle. I've reinvested all my money into the stock every time. As you guys know, I'm talking about all the value of that stock. That's what I'm driving around, my 56 plate Suzuki Swift still. Yes, I've been able to accumulate a toy here and there, like my Firebird here. But no, I mean, I've got my Range Rover there, but that's only a £3,000 Range Rover. I've just reinvested the money every single time. Build it up and up and up. And obviously we've gone from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 units. Yeah, we've got more stuff in here as well, haven't we? And yeah, sometimes I don't think there's anything wrong with taking a little step back and going, yeah, sometimes you get some things wrong, but if you've got to this stage, you've been getting quite a few things right as well, haven't you? And also, I just wanted to capture this moment as well. Obviously, one, to thank everyone that's watched the channel since the beginning and been so supportive, but also to reiterate to anyone out there who's got something they're passionate about doing. It's the oldest cliche in the world, but I know it's so easy to get stuck in a job that you're not enjoying because you have those commitments of your mortgage and your family to support. You know, it is particularly hard for the breadwinners in a family to ever make any decision to do anything for themselves personally, because they've got that day-to-day pressure on them to make sure all the bills are paid. But if you've got something you're really passionate about and you think you can make a business out of it, if you're genuinely passionate about it and you're not just getting it purely for the money, odds are you'll be successful doing it. Odds are you will be successful doing it. But I know it's not an easy thing to jump into. Like I've said, if it is cars, just do it on your driveway in a small way, build up until you get to a point where you're confident you can make a living out. But we're not necessarily talking about cars. A lot of you watch the channel, you come by, you pop and see me here at Chop's Garage, at CG Cars, and you tell me, I don't know why I watch the channel, because I've got no real interest in cars. It just interests me what the day-to-day trading's like. And that's absolutely fair enough. Your interest might be in something completely different. I had a chap here come and buy a car off me once. He left work, he was doing it on the side, building bits for model railways, sort of, I don't know what you call it, sort of all the accessories for model railways, the trees, the buildings, the houses, everything. And he did that on the sideline. He built up to a business where he could leave work doing that, because that's something he was passionate about doing, and the success was there because he genuinely was enthusiastic about it. He didn't choose it because you can make money at it, because that probably isn't what you get into. But because he was enthusiastic about it and he cared about it, he developed a decent business. So yeah, some of you might not appreciate this waffle and this bit of self-indulgence, but hopefully if it inspires a few of you to get out of something you're not enjoying doing and push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit, then I'll say that it was well worth having this little stop and bit of self-indulgence. So we got Brooke in helping again today, and I've got her on the rear quarter of the i10 that I've got, which has just got some deep scrapes in it, so it's quite an easy one for her to learn on because there's not really any filling needed on that. It's just going to be to sand it level. She's got 240 on there at the moment, and tell her to stop in a minute and move to 400 then 800. Brooke's just out doing touching on another car. She's just come back from paint, just touching in a few little stone chips. This is how she's gotten so far with her paint on the rear quarter. So it's been remasked up, ready for colour and then lacquer. So the colour's only going to about here, and then lacquer's the rest of it. So 2 coats are on at the moment, and we're going to feather it out the edges in a bit, but it's looking good. It's looking good. We have our little Pixo back from Malcolm at MJM Bodywork. Massive thanks again for turning out a great bit of work in a good time frame for me. So we had the front quarter done and the rear quarter done for our subscriber who bought a car from me before, but his daughter's not getting on with it. She needs a small auto. Like everybody who's looking for a smaller, cheaper auto, this one never got advertised because I told him I had this coming in as a Part X before I even got a chance to get onto my website. It's a little 1 litre automatic Nissan Pixo. So we bought this off the lady. Pete's done all the filter service on it. It's gone down, had advisory free MOT. We did end up replacing the whole rear beam on this. It was advisory for corrosion, but it wasn't just a wire brush off job. So we actually put a brand new rear beam on it. Cleaned up all the brakes, cleaned up all the wheels, cleaned up the wheel trims. So I say I went down to Malcolm for paint because silver's such a pain in the bum to paint, and it was too large an area for me to do with rattle cans. It's due to be picked up by Adrian to be dropped off in on Monday morning. It's now Saturday. I thought it was fully valeted and ready to go. Outside's been done, but inside's not. So I'm just about to get that done myself because I say Pete only works part-time for he's not in every day, and he's self-employed, so he can go and do whatever he wants to do. I'd like to have done it outside, but you can see with the weather there, that wasn't going to be possible. We've got to pick up in a minute as well of our WAV vehicle, so I'm going to have to nip back in for that, but crack on and get this hoovering done. So here's the results of Brooke's bit of paintwork. First try a bit of paintwork. Pretty damn good. There was our blend line up there, and then was our blend line down there. She did pretty much all of this herself. A little bit of orange peel there. We could sand that back more if we wanted to, but I don't think we particularly need to. And then the front wing came out all right. Blend line was down there, and blend line was there. So we'll now give this a clean up, get it up for sale. I suspect it will sell pretty darn quickly, being as it's an automatic Hyundai i10 1.2. So I don't think we'll have a problem selling it. We'll give it a clean up and get it up for sale. Massive thanks to another one of our subscribers who got in touch. I think it was his wife's car, this one. Said that they were looking to sell it. Could have given him a price on it, gave him a price, and I said, can you give us a price for picking it up? It was quite a lot less. It was like £400 less because we were quite a long way away. I think Adrian did a good, something like 8-hour trip to go and pick this up there and back. 63 plate, RAV4, all-wheel drive, automatic, lovely looking car, as per normal with our subscribers. Absolutely described perfectly. Nothing different to what I expected at all. They told me there's a TPMS light on it, which there is. They told me the service history was missing a couple of services, which it is. Most recently it's been serviced really well. It's actually a little bit earlier on in its life it wasn't. Full leather, really nice metallic black with the gunmetal alloys. Power boot. And yeah, just in lovely, lovely condition. And again, I can never thank you guys enough that get in touch with me when you're looking to sell cars, because it makes the job that much easier buying from people I trust. Bloody tractors every time, isn't it? Yeah, buying from people I trust, describing them right, and give me the opportunity before they go to a We Buy Any car or a main dealer or auction even. You know, and I like the fact that sometimes these cars end up going back to another subscriber as well. So a subscriber sells them when they get sold to another subscriber. I think it's a really nice sort of holistic circle there. So yeah, massive thanks. It's only 52,000 miles, I believe, if I remember correctly. Is it? Toys like to show you the mileage at the last minute. Yeah, I only want to turn it off. 51,000 miles, 51.9, so it is 52. Yeah, yeah, lovely, lovely car. Drives bang on. So massive thanks once again for all of you getting in touch. I'll put a link to the website down below. If any of you don't know how to get in touch, you can do it on Instagram as well. Just chase me a few times because sometimes I miss the messages there. Finally got my VW van back from Moores. Ended up needing a new ECU. That's why it died in the car park and wouldn't restart again. It needed an ECU. They then did an MOT on it, for which they replaced a wheel bearing, which I knew they were going to do. Some other bits and bobs. I did leave advisories on this one. There are some advisories on it because 2006, for goodness sake, with 138,000 miles on. Realistically, to get this absolutely advisory free, well, I guess I'll leave that to negotiations. I guess we could put it back in and get the advisories done, but I thought I was better off leaving some on there and making it all a point of negotiation, because let's face it, this is blooming old now. It's 20 years old, nearly 20 years old. And to get it with a brand new MOT on and the EGR and the ECU done, all prep ready to go, with machine polished as well, come up quite nice. Some really nice looking thing now with this. We tied up the Wolf Race alloys. We put that bonnet on, which is very popular down here as well, the bonnet cover. It's a bit of stone chip on the front end, but again, like I say, we are talking 2006 here. Now, this is where you get the issue with pricing, isn't it? Because although it's 2006, it's probably still worth £7 or so. So you say, well, it should be advisory free at £7. Age is age. Doesn't matter what the price of the vehicle. We could be looking at an Aston Martin here that could be this kind of age and might still be worth 25-30 grand. The price doesn't make any difference to the fact that it is what it is, the age it is. And there will be things like surface corrosion. Won't be able to get all the surface corrosion off. There will be other bits and bobs. So a lot of people say, oh, they paid 20 grand for XYZ vehicle. I'm more interested in how old that vehicle was, as to whether it was fair or not that something was or wasn't done on it. Because, like I say, time doesn't care about what price point you paid for a vehicle. If it's 20 years old, there's likely to be bits and bobs on it that need doing. So a little bit of self-indulgence time for me and Pete, because he likes doing this kind of thing as well. We're trying to change the exhaust system on the MGB. So if you remember last time we looked at the supercharged MGB, it had come back from a tuner who basically got it back to the same position we started at after the last guys buggered around with it and didn't achieve anything. So he got it back to a good running 1.6, but had it all mapped ready to go for us fitting the supercharger properly, which we've done now. We fitted in intercooler at the front, got some generic piping, fitted that all in, had our friend the welder, basically we found where we needed the pipes to go. We cut the ends off and then he welded the ends with the bodges on to make sure the pipes couldn't slip off again, because if we just cut these pipes and put the pipe over the top, there's nothing to stop the pipe slipping off. So he welded those together for us for a few quid. Pete relocated the coolant bottle there. We got the supercharger fitted. We changed the supercharger pulley out to a standard mini one. It had an upgraded one, and our guy said that was going to be too much power. It's going to be pushing too much air through the car. He sorted the fuel pressure regulator. We got that there. We have got some RX-8 yellow injectors to go in there if we need better fueling. But now we're all set up on that front. But he did say the exhaust system was too restrictive, so we pulled this power through here, but it'd be totally choked up by the exhaust. He said we had to have a 2.5-inch exhaust. So me being me, I wanted to do it on a budget for one of my own projects. I didn't want to pay a load of money for an exhaust and wait ages, so I just ordered a generic kit online, and of straight sections and curved sections. And as you can see, we've managed to bodge one together here. And at the front, we had to take the standard MX-5 downpipe that had been matched to an MGB exhaust system and widen it out so it could fit the bigger exhaust system by welding together various different size clamps to allow us to do that. So not the prettiest thing in the world, but will work. We're just using our little gasless welder. I haven't even set the gas welder yet. Up here, I've got a bit of pipe that I've just cut a triangle in, heated it up and hammered it into the angle I want, because that was straight, and welded a little triangle back in that side to give me the upward sweep from the rear axle here to bring the box up here. We went for an oval box. It doesn't fit particularly well. We need a round box, but we'll live with it for the moment. It'll just be probably put on there at that kind of sort of that angle, and then we'll change it out for a round one later. But the whole exhaust system with the back box with 2 straight sections, 4 curves, a flexi, everything like that was about 150 quid. So this is 150 quid plus a bit of our time. And I said, we have a bit of fun doing that. So there's my basic cheap little gasless welder, which won't give you the prettiest welds in the world, but it will weld, especially something like this is non-structural. It's a very easy way to put something together quickly, not having to faff around with bottles and so forth. Top Tech, Katrina from Topdon has just messaged me to tell me that special offer goes live today on Amazon for the Topdon Jump Surge JS 2000. Anyone who's watched my channel for any period of time will know I love Topdon stuff, and I specifically love the battery packs. They're so brilliant. I have about 4 of these around the building because we have one when we go out to pick up cars. We have them kicking around the unit for all the cars in the yard that go dead from just sitting about. I've got one in my MGB because that's got a battery drain on it. I've got a small one in my car so I can charge my phone up all the time if I'm out and about. I want to carry on recording. They're absolutely brilliant. JS 2000 sits right in the middle. You can go for the JS 3000, you can go for the JS 1200. JS 2000 sits right bang in the middle. It will do everything most people need it to do. You've got external USB ports at the top there, and you've got torch on the bottom here. How do we get torch on? I forget how we get torch on these. There we go. I forgot it's one long hold. So you've got the torch on there, but you can charge your mobile phones off it as well. It's just a fantastic bit of kit. And with the boost setting on it, this is a jump pack that will genuinely start a completely dead car. That might not sound like it makes a lot of sense, but so many jump packs out there don't start cars that are totally dead. It has to have a very small amount of voltage left in it to even recognise there's a battery there. I've tried other brands of jump packs. I've tried those Halford ones with the 2 leads either side that are massive and weigh a ton. Topdon ones are the best. That's why I've been promoting them for so long. Absolutely brilliant stuff. So normally 100 quid is only a £75 with this special offer. So I'll put a link to that in the video description down below, but it only runs to the 11th, I believe. So get in there quick because they do sell out fast. But everybody needs a Topdon jump pack in their life. Well, I forgot, it'll also flash if you press the button one more time as a warning to other drivers that you've broken down, or even do you an SOS. Brilliant bit of kit. A quick little video clip I'm just going to add in now. I got it from the guys at Ability FC. That is the Barnstable Football Club for children and adults with learning disabilities. If you remember last raffle, we donated to them. I think in the end it was, I want to say about £1,800. That funded them to take a trip. I think it was down into Torquay or somewhere to play a football tournament because one of their big sponsors pulled out a little while ago, so they've been short on cash. So that money went directly to them and they were able to use it to go on this trip. So I'm just going to set that in now.
2, 1, action.
We're here today thanks to the viewers of Chops Garage, and we want to say a thank you to all of the viewers who's made this trip possible. So we're going to say a big thank you. Thank you!
So many thanks to Ability FC for making that little video for us. Pat yourselves on the back if you got involved in the last raffle, because you are directly responsible for helping those kids out and getting them down to that game. Don't forget, we've still got a raffle running now. I'll put a link in the video description and down below. And as soon as that one's run, we're going to be doing the 106 GTI. So many thanks to everybody who got involved. And yeah, pat yourself on the back if you did, because we really are helping people here.